At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is never a dull moment. If you're in cryptocurrency, I tell you. I mean, the stuff, when I woke up today, I mean, the range of emotions that I saw from people on just across the board, I just had to step back and laugh for a second. I mean, I'm buying the shit out of PLS, Davis says. I buy now and bragged it each later. Bro, that's so true. Like, it's so funny to me that all these people really thought staking was going to make this big of a deal. You know, I talked about it that, yeah, staking is going to come out and it'll be one of the gimmicks Richard uses to keep Pulsechain going. This is no surprise at all. This is this is the middle of the bear market. You need to keep hype going. You need to keep the narrative going. Once everything launches and it's like, oh, we launched, there's nothing, now what? That's the biggest mistake I've seen projects make in the past, is all that hype coming for stuff, listings coming, climbing the ranks, you know, the top 10 list. So much of it is a narrative, and it just shows that community is everything. It really is community. I'm telling you guys, you know, now that HEX Daily Stats is back, I'm super happy. This was one of my favorite sites to use, you know, ever since I got into HEX way back in the early days. Just lays everything out. The average mining years now are over 7 years. All right. So we're gaining average length. It's going up. Any signs of panic, this will be going down. All the emergency end staking we saw for people jumping into the pools that are non-existent anymore. No more hex to hex pools, all gone. You know, Richard, I think this was kind of a test run. You know, I think HEX it launched and there was only 5,000 people in it at the beginning. It was a much smaller project. So I just think people making these wild comparisons of like PulseX to Uniswap and to like Binance or to Pancake Swap and Sushi and these forks that launched in the middle of the bull market, you can't even compare it, in my opinion. You know, look at the volume now that we're doing on PulseX. We're down to $12 million. Okay. $12 million in volume. What have I been talking about for a long time? Saucer swap, right? This project right here, I have been in since day one. It is completely decentralized. The Discord is amazing. And they have their AMAs in there where if you have a certain level of NFT that you're able to get and you can still get, you're allowed to come in and you're allowed to ask and write questions to the team. And they're awesome. They don't ban you for asking stupid questions. They're super transparent. So these guys launched and they follow us. You know, we've been here since day one supporting Saucer Swap, and I'll continue to do so until something proves otherwise. You know, they have a great team that is completely transparent. And when I see the numbers that they're doing now, you know, there's 16 million locked on here. 48% of it is staked. So one of the big things that they have coming, and they have, is the staking pools. and I've been in it. I've had my bag locked up. I just crossed the 50,000 sauce level again. I sold like 30,000. I got, I think, 78 or 80,000 coins at launch, and I sold whatever it was, 30-40%, and then swapped a little bit back for the H bar I spent on the some other NFTs that I was degenning into. So I'm looking at this and comparing Pulse X to Saucer Swap. Same thing with the yield farms, on here. The APYs on this, all right, these guys launched in the middle of a bear market. I can't stress how important this is. Like this is the only project that I feel comfortable comparing Pulse X to, because first of all, I'm in it and I see how it operates and I see the APRs going down. When I was first in it, the stake in these pools, it was hundreds of percent, just like all the pools we have on Pulse X. And I don't know, it's crazy. Like nobody wants to hear that. When before Pulse X launched, and I was on here talking about this, that I don't think Pulse X is going to do more than a 5x at best. And then we're going to dip down 80%. And I thought it was going to take 3 to 6 months to hit that point, but we're hitting that panic zone right now, I believe. I would pay $100 to watch a compilation of people panic selling the morning after RH tweets. And imagine them panic buying back the moment after they realize staking is actually coming, and it's not that big of a deal. It would not affect the price at all. Richard this is him shaking out the weak hands, right? I was saying earlier, there's drop number 1. Oh, Jesus. So Richard launched HEX with 5,000 people in it. So we have an astronomical higher amount of economic mass in Pulse Chain right now and Pulse X. So there's so many weak hands. We have a different crowd that sacrificed, people that came in towards the tail end of the bull market, jumped on board when everything was great. Most people weren't here in 2019 sacrificing to the adoption amplifier before the whole DeFi summer popped off, before Uniswap, before airdrops, before anything took off. Like this is what it feels like right now. And this is the price you have to pay for cryptocurrency. Nobody wanted to hear me being on stream saying, guys, come check out Saucer Swap. They're seeing, 12% for the main pair. And no one wanted to see that. They saw hundreds of percent over here on Pulse X. And, it's like, oh, it's all right. Everything's great. This is all coming. And it's all copium and hopium. And no one wants to face reality. And I'm going to scam you guys to the downside where hopefully my predictions are too conservative and they come in higher than where I think. I was predicting 3 to 6 months we'd see the bottom. If we bottom out faster than that, awesome. I just can't see us bottoming, in November when we're 4 months away from the halving. I just don't see that. So I've been around stuff. I don't see where the new money is coming into to pump these yields back up. Richard is cheap as hell. Nobody can deny that. No one's going to say he's not. And he's not going to just give away money. No matter how rich he is, he's not going to use his money to pump these pools or do anything. His way of doing it is saying, you know what? I got my track record with HEX. If you don't believe me, then get out and get out of here. And that's what he's doing right now. The ultimate shakeout. And I know this. I know it's happening because people that I work with are questioning me. Even today, I got a text message. I don't know, why are Pulse and Pulse X still going down? What's going on? And it's the problem is watching K for K videos and watching these people who are telling you 10,000x, the buy and burn's just going to buy up all the coins. And oh my God, like we're going to the moon. It's like, it really isn't good because then this happens and people panic. They do exactly what Davis is saying. They read a tweet, they get all emotional, which I swear to God, Twitter has some kind of algorithm where if you tweet, you only get like trolls or like violent, angry people. Like you never post something and it's like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. It's always like, screw you. You you're a scammer. My thing is better. It's crazy. So like this stuff is so unhealthy. And I can tell it's starting to get to Richard. just from the tone of his tweets. Devs have finite time. GoHex.com is being worked on for Pulsechain. Auto router is being worked on. Upstream updates are being merged for core clients. Wallet Connect is being upgraded. Single-sided staking needs to wait. There we go. It's like, what is locking up, taking money off of or Pulsechain out of wallets that are hodlers? What's that going to do, really? I mean, it's great. It makes people feel good. And I guess if feeling good is the key to success, then I don't know. I guess I'm doing something wrong. So look at that. Hex, we got a little green day. Up 0.5%. Hey, we'll take it. 0.8 cents. Where are we going to go? My opinion is 1.5 cents combined value. So another, what's that? 25% from here. Could it be 50? That's what I think. Could PHEX stay steady and Pulsechain dip 50%? 100%. Or I mean, eHEX dip 50%, 100%. And it's interesting, right, bro? The FTT is pumping. So there's something going on here, right? A couple weeks ago, I got an email on Link 2 because I have some Ripple equity on there, and you get the emails, whatever, and they talked about how Ripple had bought out. I forget the company, but they had a share of ownership into Bitstamp, and Ripple Labs bought them out. And I was like, that's interesting. Why would they buy Bitstamp? Is it something to do with XRP listings? And then I saw a thing that Ripple is on the list of companies that are bidding to buy out FTX. So is Ripple planning something behind the scenes to become some kind of an exchange? I don't know. Because I know for a fact that EDX, Rags did an awesome stream the other day. If you didn't see that, check it out. I was like, exchanges are spying on you, or BlackRock spying on you, or something like that. But EDX Markets is the new crypto exchange platform that has gained significant support from Wall Street giants, including Citadel Securities, Fidelity Investments, and Charles Schwab. And it's interesting because Wall Street companies, there are some that are working with Ripple. Like Bank of America is a Ripple partner. 100%, 98% positive. So Ripple is doing stuff. It's like you have different mafias and different like gangs fighting for control. And there's not just one team that runs everything. It's a bunch of teams that are fighting and scamming and lying and backstabbing and bribing to get to the top. And they say one thing that caught my eye here is they say that these guys here, they need right now an exchange to use. EDX appears to be an ideal option for institutional and retail investors seeking a secure, efficient, and regulated crypto exchange platform. EDX Markets currently offers support for only four cryptos: Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So I don't know why they don't have XLM and Ripple in here. Are there going to be ETFs that come out that are meant to like get ahead and stall Ripple more? I really hope that I'm hearing that a potential outcome of the Ripple lawsuit is that it ends up not as favorable as Ripple wants, and they have to take it to Supreme Court. And if that happens, there's 5 votes up there, but 3 of them are conservative, and it wouldn't fly the SEC's shenanigans. So that could just stall this out for another couple of years. And that's what, like, Richard's, his tone lately has been hodl. Nothing beats you. Nothing beats hodlers, right? He was showing the charts of Bitcoin, ETH, and HEX, and how they all pumped, and then how they all retraced. And if you traded in between, you just got wrecked. And if you just bought and just forgot about it and put it away for 5-10 years, you beat 90% of people. And it's the same message he's given us for Pulse and PulseX, in my opinion, that if you just buy and hold and believe in him, he will reward you. That's how you win in crypto. Go back and watch his old streams. He's harped on it. Nobody beats hodlers. You know, he bought the top back in 2010, whatever, when it sank to $2, and he kept buying. And it took him years, I think, to get in profit on that, I believe. But that's when you have to go all in. So at that time, if you could just fast forward 10 years to when we're now at $70,000, no one could have saw that coming. And that's what he's stressing. That right now is your opportunity to buy in when he was making tops and bottoms in Bitcoin. He's been around this whole game. He knows what he's doing. And it's like he has this train in motion, and it's on you to jump on board. And if you do, and you jump on board his train, and you support him, and you believe in him, I don't see why it wouldn't pan out. You know, even HEX right now, as bad as it is, if we could just peep into the future, into the year 2035, when some of these 5555s start maturing, the amount of wealth people are going to have is going to be astronomical. People aren't comprehending it right now. So I look at what Saucer Swap is doing now, and I look at where these APRs are, and I think this is where we're going to settle, you know, in the mid-teens to 20%. And people don't want to hear that. And I'm not going to lie and come out here and bullshit and say, oh, we're going to stay at 100% for some of these pools, and, you know, Richard's going to keep them. I don't know what he's going to do. I think the market does what the market wants to do. And when I see a decentralized, fair DEX that has an awesome team, great tokenomics, staking, everything. I mean, there's staking pools that are coming that in another month or two are unbelievable. You know, you could stake your INC token in their community pools and earn more. So right now we can't do anything with our INC token that we're earning. But in Saucer Swap here, we're going to be able to take it and do something with it. It's a little bit different than the buy and burn. And then if you have the original NFTs like I have, the 3-pack, you get to stake those for higher yield boost. So it's like rewarding the early believers. Same thing. All the good projects do that. They reward the early believers and long-term hodlers of their project. And that's what I like. That's what I'm gonna keep continuing to support. And like Davis, I'm buying the damn dip. Illumina, what's up, Chris or Trent? Check the date of the EDX launch. Of course, bro. Of 620. Yeah. They don't, that stuff is all done on purpose. You know, everything is done. And BlackRock, I think, you know, this article here is really good, talking about, oh, that was it, sorry. About that. Kathy Woods and ARK are going to get the first ETF approved. And this is saying it could be in a couple weeks. So if Bitcoin, I could see this happening. The Kathy Woods ARK ETF gets approved, BlackRock's ETF gets approved, and all of a sudden Bitcoin is up to 35, 40,000. We're at like 42K. Now people are talking 50K, 100K for at the end of the year. Everyone's bullish because we all know how fast this can flip. In 2 days, you know, one big candle in Bitcoin and some altcoin pumps, and everybody is in Discord, everyone's in Twitter, everyone's on Telegram, posting memes. We're all to the moon. It changes in a dime. And I could see this happening where these two ETFs get approved. Bitcoin's pumping like crazy. Everyone, the bull runs here. The bear market's over. The bottom is in. We're going to the moon. And as soon as that happens, we don't even hit 50K. Everyone in their head saying 50K by September or whatever. And it doesn't even happen. And we hit 42, 43, 44 max and then start to slam back down. That's what I'm looking for. You know, I'm seeing Bitcoin dominance and the price going up. That's not good for altcoins, guys. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's opportunity. And Davis is looking at it right, that these are opportunities to use two words: buy more. Buy anything. HEX, anything in the GOAT bonded Hart's Law ecosystem. PulseX, Pulse Steve above 100% APR, Inc would crash. Yeah, there you go. Chris is crushing it with his deep dives into the Inc token. I don't honestly. I'm just stacking mine right now. Might be a mistake. I don't know. I'm not swapping them out. I added more liquidity to it, and I'm not scared because I added my first LP at 3.7 of the ratio. So I put 10 million Pulse in and 37.5 million Pulse X, or 36.5 million, something like that. But I didn't care because I have more Pulse X than Pulse Chain. So I wanted the ratio to go down, and I wanted to gain more Pulse Chain. And now when it's fluctuating the other way, you know what? I don't care. I'll accumulate more Pulse X. I have all these other altcoins that I'm going to swap into Pulse Chain for. All these degen plays that I've been crushing. I mean, SHIB now pumped up like crazy. I was just looking at. You know, we had an awesome candle today. Up 20% in the last 24 hours. You know, Wrap Bitcoin, I missed the boat on this one. I got impatient and was just like, you know what? This thing sucks. I convinced myself it was going to be a rug pull. Not a rug pull, but it was just going to kind of die out. It started dropping, and I got out at 55, 56 bucks, right up in here somewhere. But it was like a week ago. Actually, it was right around here, actually, at 53, I think. But regardless, I mean, I bought them at like 30 bucks, made profit, and you know what? It is what it is. You know, that's the thing. These things, you don't know what's going to pump. That's why I have all of them, because the worst thing is when you're looking at something, you're like, I don't know, and you don't buy that coin, you go with something else, and that one you were looking at pumps like crazy. That's why I always recommend, you know, splitting them in half. If you know, right now with people that are coming in and that are bridging ETH in, I'm telling all of them, you know, right now, split it up, put it into Pulse X, and buy some HEX. You know, even on Pulse Chain, buy HEX and split it up to HEX on Ethereum and whatever, PHEX, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, nobody knows which one's going to pump. You know, if anyone tells you they got a crystal ball, you know, buy that shit from them. People need to focus on validating in the next deep bear. I got to look into that, bro. Isn't it true, though, that you have to have it running 24/7? If you have any problems or something, you lose it. I couldn't imagine running 5 validators. I think I don't have the time to. If it was like I didn't have to worry about it, if it was like staking, I don't really know much about it. But Nathan in Pulsergeist, I think he's looking into it, so I'm gonna have to ask him what he's doing. Appreciate it, bro. I don't know what's up with the liquidity in Aave too. You know, I don't think it's coming back down. I think it made a new floor because there's $600,000 of liquidity in here. I mean, the amount of money it's going to take to drop this thing back down. I mean, some whale came in and was buying 10,000 bucks at a clip. So it's going to take every single pleb that was in here when we were messing around at this shit at $20,000 in liquidity to come in and sell all their bags and I don't even think it would go to 35 cents. So this is why we're here. This is why we're in early. You know, while people are selling their bags and running for the hills, you know, this is when I'm doubling down with Davis. I'm buying more. I don't care. You know, even Zen, you know, I'm thinking about buying Zen too. I really think Zen's going to have a little run. You know, I don't know why. Something just tells me there's something there. You know, when there's that much hate and Richard and Jack are like the two most like loved guys or like whatever founders in crypto that you'd want to be with. Oh, that's bullish. I mean, what is it? 500 million Zens now is back up to 900 bucks. And then the Zen FT is just printing. DB Zen, I mean, pretty much is dying off, but it is what it is. Like, that's why you got to be in everything, in my opinion. That's why if you go put all your stuff into one bag and something bad happens, you're that pissed off person on Twitter. The asshole that sold his whole bag of PulseX today is feeling like a complete douchebag right now. You know, we're going to bounce back up. You know, as soon as he started seeing these candles back, he probably started getting sick to his stomach. I mean, look at this is the ultimate shakeout right here. You know, I think Richard finally just had enough. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it right now. I'm getting everyone out. Screw you. If you're not riding with me, you're just get out of here right now. So it's ride or die time, baby. And people are crashing and burning. You can see it in the sell volume right here. Yeah, I love it. Look at that. I mean, look at that kid. I don't think that's by far the high. Yeah, that's by far the highest day we've ever had. So I love it, guys. This is rinsing out the weak hands. This is normal. And I think what July 17th, that's the date I'm looking out for. July 17th. That's 66 days from I forget what date it was, but I was on a Telegram, but we just confirmed the Illuminati here with the 33. So that's 66 days, July 17th. I got to talk to Facing Reality. Zen is going to run with VMPX launch and the X1 launch. Bro, I'm so out of the loop with Zen. What the hell is XN? Like, is Zen now renamed XN? Or is that like a new test net for X1? And now VMPX is like bridging with Bitfrost. I'm so lost. Like, I was just looking to just buy a bag of VMPX and just put away so I don't miss out on something in the future when it starts going crazy. Like, I really do think that there's something to those or in that community. As much as I don't like Jack, like, I don't care. I'm not in a position where I can turn down bags because of grudges I have against people. 5 validators at 20% per 32 million reward year with a 50x is a holy 160K a year. So I could run no, I couldn't even run 3 right now. I'd have to sell a little bit of PulseX and I could run 3 validators. But I don't know how these things work. I really don't. Yeah, Piper, you need to calm down here. We don't ride motorcycles here. We ride land yachts. Okay, XN is the native token for X1. Okay. I thought X1 was the token. Yeah, bro, for sure. Let's get on the stream. You got to educate me on it. I know VMPX is the bridge between ETH and Bitcoin, but like that whole ordinal shit, it just doesn't interest me at all. I don't care. And this interests me way more. Seeing people freak out on Twitter and seeing this come in right here, like this could have been weeks worth of sell pressure that this asshole just said, you know what, screw it, I'm done. Someone said it was one of the top 40 biggest wallets too that just unloaded. So, guys, this is good. This just is opportunity, and I promise, the hodlers win. Well, what am I doing here? Hodlers win in the long term. If you could just close your wallets down, or if we had a crystal ball that we could go in the future and just look 5 years in the future where prices were at, you would load up on everything right now. I promise. Although Hexlina had a great tweet back here. What if I told you single-sided staking already existed for 4 years and yields over 38% for those who do honor their smart contract commitments above average staking length? It's called HEX. And if you stake before Pulsechain mainnet 45 days ago, you got 38% on 2 chains. Lol. Oh, there's another really good tweet right here. Hot take. Bring back the eHEX PHEX LP farm on PulseX, but make it 6% because BlockFi and Celsius already proved plebs will risk their entire stack sucking decentralized middlemen D for 6%. So why not level up to risk DeFi and permanent loss for 6%? This is the legendary. If you seriously want single-sided staking, then you be the one to put up coins that have value by you being the buyer of last resort, market maker, LP for its trading pair. giving it to pay greedy locusts for their not time locked fake TVL that they immediately extract value from. So there we go. You know, I'm riding with StakeHex 5555 here. Happy birthday, Elon. Send pay and consider Pulsechain for all your futuristic brand new L1 blockchain needs, sir. Epic. So this was just hilarious to me. You can now this could be one of the things that brings mass adoption again. Some stupid game that pays you in crypto. Like, doesn't have to be Candy Crush, but this is just an example. You can now earn Bitcoin from playing this Candy Crush clone. You know, something like this. You know, who knows what it's going to be, but there's going to be a narrative that catches everyone off guard, just like Pepe. That's why you've got to be packing your bags right now in the bear market. You know, while we're capitulating, while we're rolling over. You know, you're honestly right now, it's crazy, but you got to buy. If you're DCAing, you got to buy knowing whatever I buy right now could be worth 20% less next week, and I'm still going to buy more. And it's crazy to have, but once you have that, nothing will phase you and you will win. You're not going to be the person dumping down here when Richard is just telling us hodlers win. Go back and look at Bitcoin 10 years ago. And if you could have just staked it, if staking existed and you could have done it for 10 years, how many people would have done it and saved themselves from themselves? And that's what is so awesome about HEX and why I think people are still sleeping on it. I really do. You know, we're at barely over. We almost crashed down to a cent on Pulsechain because of this. This just shows you too the bonding between all these coins and the liquidity. All these charts look identical now. You know, but you can just toggle between PulseX, INC, and HEX, and it shows you Hart's law. It's just this literally cements it right here. Hart's law is real. You know, once somebody starts dumping one of the coins, they're all going with it. So that's why when you DCA in, you got to DCA into all four of them, in my opinion, if you want to do it right. Because no one knows which one's going to pump faster, harder. The zone with the pulse-X ratio, is it going to swing 4-to-1, 2-to-1? Who knows? You got to be prepared for both sides, though. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm happy. And I don't care. Regardless, like that Aave pump the other day was awesome. You know, it makes you, it's like the validation. It's like, all right, we're doing stuff right. You know, we picked out 5 or 6 coins, the blue chips. We picked out a couple meme coins. You know, we missed out on WBTC, and I was looking at Daytona super early, but I went onto the website and I was like, this looks like a Grand Theft Auto like knockoff or something. So I was kind of skeptical and brushed it off and forgot about it. And it did like a 30x from when we were looking at it, when we had like Poochie and man, I can't even remember some of the other ones, but we're in and out of them. And now I'm holding PP and Pepe. You know, you got to have the PP Pepe, I think. And then SHIB too. I just can't see how SHIB on Pulsechain, $80,000 in liquidity, is a bad play. You know, so we'll see. You know, Chainlink at 3 cents just dipped 12%. So that could be a buying opportunity. We saw a nice candle the other day. A nice like 25% candle. And we could have got out. And same thing with Uniswap. All these coins, if you just are patient, they all retrace after the God pump. See, here we go. God pump. Oh no, this is the time. This is it. This is the time. It's different. This is the one. No, it's not. We're coming back down. What's the catalyst for that right now? Is there anything in the news? You know, is anything new coming out? Any narrative? Nothing right now. It's the same money just slushing around, trying to get you to do something stupid so they can suck whatever they can to extract away from you, because there is not fresh fish to come in and get eaten up. So follow Hexlina Pulse a lot. I think it's a great account if you need, if you're questioning anything. If you want some lulls in your life, that's the one. and look for the ETFs, guys. Look for ARK's ETF to come out. I mean, the Coin Telegraph here is saying look for it in the next couple weeks. If ARK receives approval in the next coming weeks, the saga may not be over. They need to appoint a crypto exchange to enter into a surveillance sharing agreement. Although Coinbase may be a strong candidate, the company's already partnered with BlackRock. So I don't know, because I'm seeing with Ripple in the background buying into Bitstamp. Are they the ones? Is it Kraken going to be the one? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to look in to see if Brad and Kathy have a relationship from anywhere. But I see Kathy keeps buying into Coinbase and is a big believer of it. So we'll see. I mean, I really don't care. I just am waiting for it to launch so we can get a Bitcoin rally over 40K, get everyone believing 100K is coming, and then bam. And the whole time that's happening, all these institutions are staking their funds while we can't do anything on regular exchanges. Obviously, we can use real DeFi, but the hypocrisy coming out of the big boys now is just hilarious. You know, they can stake, they can use institutional staking, no problem. But for us small people, no way. It's way too risky. Way too risky. But man, looking at FTX, if this comes back, that's just going to be like a slap in the face to people. Imagine if you lost everything on there and then they relaunched and Sam is getting charges dropped left and right. I mean, it's criminal what's going on, but hey, that's the world. Money buys you a lot in this world, and hopefully we're in that position in a couple of years and we can start to build Hexaco and build out our future, build out our supply chains, build out our infrastructure so we don't have to rely on this clown world. You know, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon are now fighting. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's where this world's going. Like, this is the ultimate distraction while you're getting robbed blind, while your rights, your freedoms, everything are being stripped away. I mean, he's just launching penises in your face left and right. Look at this. Like, this is literally, this is hilarious. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. They land themselves. Look at that shaft of that rocket penetrating the earth. So, guys, just, you know, we got so much we can do to avoid this clown world. I mean, this guy's is the darling savior of humanity, and he's playing around launching rockets that cannot go more than 70 miles up. I'd love to see one live picture of that thing 100 miles outside of the atmosphere. But we'll save that for another day with Facing Reality. I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, exactly, bro. 450 miles an hour through space. Yeah, exactly. All I'm going to say about that is Devon Island. Go look that up. I think the rover landed there. Chris, I'll shoot you a text, bro. We'll definitely do a stream. I want to hear about it. I don't care. You know, I'm putting some money into Jack Levin because that's the worst. That's the thing that's going to put you on life tilt more than anything. You have the chance right now to go mint Zen on Pulsechain for free. You know, just go do it. Mint on there. Go to Zen on Pulsechain and just mint. It doesn't cost you anything. And it was a Zen protocol or Zen network. And just do a mint and do it, stake it out for a year. And I promise you it'll be in profit. I promise. If not, I'll pay you the difference in what you lost in Pulsechain. I will reimburse you personally. That's how confident I am in these mints right now. So Saucer Swap 2, I'm continuing to stake. I'm going to wait for these to come out, and I'm going to just wait and hodl. And I will out hodl anyone until the next bull market. And I'll be selling into green candles. And I'll be scaling out as people call me, freaking out about the newest ETH Max or Doge Shib or what was it? Cat's Claw, Batman, Inu, Floki, Doge, Ivan on Tech, Pump Ran, Nooners, Nuts. Like, it's never going to end. And all that's going to keep happening. And we're just going to continue to keep crushing and keep crushing and keep crushing and keep adding to our bags. You know, even though prices are down, I don't care. You know, I'm earning more ink. I'm taking profits on all these alts that are pumping. I'm stacking more Pulse, stacking more Pulse X, stacking more Hex, and that's how I'm going to win. And then I'm going to take those profits and diversify them into Pokemon cards, Magic cards, graded cards, slabs, stuff like that. Art, real world, tangible assets. It's worked. Crypto and cardboard is super, super correlated right now. All of like the old school Magic cards are down in the dumps right now. Pokemon's in a huge bear market. So honestly, like buy anything right now. You will regret it so much in the future if you just sit in your ass right now and don't do anything. You know, unless you're in that position where you're good to go and you don't need to accumulate anything else. But for us that aren't in those positions, why did Citadel backed EDX? Wow, I was just asking that. What's up with that? But that's for a different day. Who cares, guys? Doesn't matter. We like true DeFi out here. Wow, and I just realized I'm sharing a screen with nothing. So I was looking at the crypt here. This last regulators appear to have said enough about these 4 digital assets to assuage Wall Street. I don't even know what that word is. Assuage, to assuage Wall Street. Man, there's this boomer lingo. Dipshit coin. Yeah, bro. Let's launch that. Dipshit coin. If you buy this, you can't sell it. It's a straight up rug pull. And I guarantee you there's assholes out there that'll buy it. You can't save people, bro. I swear to God. Like, people want to get wrecked. Like, I've played poker with people that are just lose money and don't care, and they're there for the social aspect. It's not even about how much they're losing. They don't care. So it's crazy world. Crazy world. Richard's shaking out all the weak hands. Everything is fine. The average mining length is going up. The average staker, or this amount of stakers, is going up. The T-share rate is spiraling up. T-share price is crumbling. So for us that have had stakes coming out, it sucks. But hey, you know what? You got to average them, right? I had a 5-year stake that I did on my birthday when Hex first launched. Year 1, it was worth 18 grand. Year 2, 4. Year 3, 1,200. Next year, this September, what's it going to be worth? Maybe 2,000. And then next year, probably be 10,000. And the next year after that, 20,000. So you have to take the average of each one over a 10-year period. And that's how you got to look at crypto. Think of this stuff long-term, not short-minded, right? We're looking on this list here at the next Microsofts, the next Teslas, the next IBMs, the stuff that our parents were like, oh my God, back in the 80s and back in then when these companies just launched, we would have been rich if we bought into those, little Timmy. Yeah, well, this is our opportunity right here for generational type wealth. If you believe in where crypto can go and you can see long-term, I just don't see how like stacking near Algorand, Zcash, IMX, XRP, Osmosis, Kava, Saucer Swap, Hex, Gala, Alluvium, Altura, Solo, Corium, the whole list of Hedera alts. Like, I could go on for like, if I had the money, I would have 50 bags right now. Casper, XDC. There's so many awesome coins out here that are doing things in the real world, but you don't hear about it because it's boring. It's slow. It's a long process. People want this instant gratification, like the zombie virus, like screwed with people's heads or something. And people need this delayed gratification, and it's not healthy. It's not normal to just, I want to 10x my money. It's like, what? Like, when I was growing up, if you had $1 million, you could retire and live off the 5% interest, no problem. And that world is gone. So this is the new world right here. Hedera is the future, in my opinion. for DLTs. XLM is MoneyGram. We're slowly going to see Chili's become NFTs. That's what you're going to think in the future. When Apple launches their AR, VR headsets, Render and whatever other coins that are with it are going to pump like crazy. We're going to start associating real world things with cryptocurrencies. And that too is going to be, along with all these ETFs coming out, it's going to be like validation that and solidification that these things are here to stay. And right now I know they are. I can see ahead. I can see where these things are going long term. And that's why I'm going to continue to stack in them in my IRA, in my short-term bag, long-term bags. Man, find me somewhere I could go sell my kidney. I'm in tomorrow. If I could sell it for a bag of a certain crypto for the right amount, I'm in. So that's how much I believe in this. I'm going to be here every day in this. If it's bear market, bull market, there's always an opportunity. There's always something crazy happening. And you never know. We could have the moon coin, the NASA moon coin launching tomorrow and rocketing up to 69 cents. You never know. And then it could just hit the firmament, fall off a cliff, and be a huckster, fraudster, Ponzi scheme, rug pull, scammer token. And on that note, hope you guys have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow, probably same time with the kids around during the days here. It's tough to jump on and do a stream. So I'll probably be sticking to the PM streams for a little while now that it's summertime. And it's nice out. I don't want to be sitting here staring at a screen when the sun's out. So appreciate all the support. Davis, Chris, Piper, you can pipe down over there. Tin Top, everybody else that stopped in here, all you lurkers, appreciate the support. Like, share, subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel so people can understand that PulseX is the same thing as Saucer Swap. It's the same thing as any other DEX that's launched. 9-inch too. I'm more bullish on 9-inch right now than PulseX. The buy and burn on there is going to be more effective than PulseX's. So there's so much going on, guys. This stuff never sleeps. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk some more beta with you. See ya.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.